Hello, everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other movie fans. At the movies this past weekend, this was one of the more quieter weekends. New movies that did not get a lot of publicity were released. One film I decided to watch was the best Christmas pageant ever. I did not see the trailer. I read the synopsis and I didn't have any expectations going into the film. According to reports, it was based on a children's book that was published back in the 70s. I never read the book, never heard of it. It was directed by Dallas Jenkins, who is best known as the director and producer of The Chosen, a TV show about the life of Jesus Christ. So, the best Christmas pageant ever stars Judy Greer and Pete Holmes. It was released in theaters November 8th, and the running time is approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes. If you read anything about this film, what you read is slightly misleading. To me, it's misleading. So I am going to describe the movie I saw on the big screen. The story is narrated by the adult Beth Bradley, and she tells a story that took place when she was a child. The town she lived in is famous for their annual Christmas pageant. So this year, the church was celebrating their 75th Christmas pageant. Every year, Mrs. Armstrong organizes and directs the pageant, but she has an accident at home, which leaves her job open to anyone who wants it. Beth's mother, Grace, played by Judy Greer, volunteers to direct the pageant. The pressure is on because this pageant is getting more publicity this year than the previous years. But the biggest problem to putting on this play is the Herdmans, a family of 6 children who have a reputation of being the worst kids in the world. They smoke, they curse, they steal. And the eldest is Emma Jean, followed by 4 brothers, Ralph, Claude, Leroy, and Ollie. And the youngest Herdman is their sister Gladys. The Herdmans do not go to church. They are guilty of putting things on fire and wreaking havoc on the town. And they have a reputation of being bullies. Emma Jean is the worst bully out of the bunch. They decide they want to participate in the Christmas pageant because they heard the church gives out free food. Beth does not want the Herdmans to participate this year because she doesn't want them to embarrass her mother. Other kids and other parents don't want them to participate at all, but Grace allows it. And Grace allows Emma Jean to play the Virgin Mary, Ralph to play Joseph. She allows Claude, Leroy, and Ollie to play the 3 wise men, and she allows Gladys to play the only angel that has a speaking part in the play. By the time you get to the end of Act 2 and the beginning of Act 3, you are not sure what is going to happen and why it ended up being the best Christmas pageant. So, I am going to give this film 4 out of 5 stars. It is marketed as a Christmas comedy, but the director, Dallas Jenkins, made a movie that has funny moments, but the general tone throughout the film is a serious one. And I think his choices as a director works perfectly. What he did was go back to the original story of Christmas and went back to the teachings of Christ. What is the meaning of Christmas? Why do we celebrate Christmas? What does it mean to be a Christian? He took out the commercialization of the Christmas holiday, which is something I have had issues with for many years. Grace is the perfect person to direct the pageant because she doesn't lose sight of what the New Testament teaches, and when Emma Jean asks questions about the Christmas story, Grace welcomes the challenge and welcomes her questions. Let me talk briefly about the character of Emma Jean. She is played brilliantly by Beatrice Schneider. I love her character a lot, and she is a perfect example of great characterization. There are rumors that their father is not around and their mother works a lot, so she is never around. So the problems the town have with the Herdmans stem from the fact that they are left by themselves to raise themselves. They are wild children treated as outcasts by the town. They go to church looking for food, and Emma Jean is struck by a painting of the Virgin Mary, and she sees in her a person she wished she was. And so for Emma Jean, this is her first time acting in a play, and she behaves like an actor. She is asking Grace questions. She is thinking about what Mary would wear, how Mary would behave. There is a part in the film where Beth tells the story of Emma Jean asking Grace to get a real baby to play Jesus because she doesn't want a doll to play Jesus. And Grace cannot find a parent to allow their baby to play Jesus because the Herdmans are in the play. And there are other things that go on in Act 2 where you see that Grace and the Virgin Mary have a transformational impact on Emma Jean. I don't want to say too much about this film, and I highly recommend that you go and see it. It deserves the support. To me, this is one of the best Christmas movies ever made. Grace is a smart adult character. Emma Jean and Beth are smart children characters, and I would like to see more movies like this where you can see on the screen that people put thought into the story, the plot, and character development. I don't watch The Chosen, but I would love to see Dallas Jenkins make more movies like this. He did a fantastic job with this one. So that is all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with another movie review. Take care and have fun at the movies.